Addiction was the most horrifying thing in the world. You're constantly chasing a drug or an alcohol, and when you do get it, you're constantly chasing the fact that you don't want to run out. Everything that you think you might have good about yourself is taken away. Your dignity, your self-respect, any kind of self-worth that you have is gone. You will just about do anything to get that drug or that drink to curb that pain. I am 43 years old, and it started at 16. I've had 2 times in my life where I really bottomed out, and both of the times were when I started to use methamphetamine and was a functioning addict for a long time, up until I was about 35 years old and I became an alcoholic. That finally pushed my family away again. I reverted back to what I knew that I could do to support that habit, and that is lying, cheating, and stealing. I hated to be alone, and my addiction completely pushed everybody that I loved away, so I had, in a sense, created my own hell.
Addiction, to me, has been the worst thing in my life.
It's tragic, it's hard.
Hopeless.
Misery.
Broken, crazy.
It was just chaos.
You lose everything.
Lost a family.
And embarrassing.
No trust.
Just totally soul-crushing.
And broken.
It's almost like a death, but they're still living.
Crash into a brick wall.
That's what addiction is, it's death.
It's not worth it.
The first thing when a resident comes into the program is we welcome them home. The first thing they hear is home, and then they start experiencing it. Someone taking time to listen to them cry, complain, a good home-cooked meal. In the beginning, some of them look at us as authority figures that we are against them. And once they start experiencing God's love and our forgiveness and that we actually care, we step into those positions of being a positive male role model, giving them the guidance that they need to become the man of God that they're supposed to be.
It's absolutely welcoming to be here. The first thing you hear is welcome home. Guys are hugging you that you don't know, asking you if you need anything. Daryl comes in smiling. Blake Peppers comes in with this big grin. That's what we try to provide here, is a place where they can be themselves and learn who they are, because most of them, including myself, had no idea because I was stuck in addiction so long. They don't know who they are. So they're just now learning exactly who they are as a sober person, and we give them an environment that they can do that in. Daryl was like the egg and meatloaf. He just held everything together, you know. He is the epitome of a good example for everybody around here. And just being around him and seeing the way he moves, it rubs off on everybody. When people want good things for you, you start to want that yourself. And these guys are behind you in every step of the way. When you see the fact that they've did it, it gives you hope that you can do it.
For a lot of our guys' stories, they've never known a home. They've never had a home. Tragically, they've never enjoyed family time. They've never had parents that they've been able to share with. They've never had brothers and sisters they've had healthy relationships with. His way is about beginning that process, both building relationships with men and women that they can respect and have healthy relationships with. I think having brothers that they can enjoy taunting sometimes, having fun with, challenging, just walking alongside, cheering for them. Just the family component of being together and sharing together is incredibly important.
I pretty much lost my family. So to be able to come here and have guys that care about you, it really is such a family environment. Every guy here has the little brother that gets on their nerves, and they have the older brother that holds them accountable. And it's absolutely a beautiful thing to be able to see the cohesion that we have here and the way we are able to work together.
While they may leave the home, they never leave the family. We continue to maintain an intimate relationship with them long after they've left here. And I think that's one of the special things that really build the bond of family in this community.
Everything we're doing is we're working toward them being able to leave and be successful, to be able to fight temptation, and to be able to have a strong relationship with God when they leave here, a foundation.
The gospel message of forgiveness, of reconciliation, healing, unity, I think is all about building family. I mean, Jesus spoke about it, the Bible speaks about the sense of union, the sense of unity that Jesus came to establish, and I think experiencing that is the most important thing.
You really see it the way the guys come together when a man might fall short and come together to help him. I have seen the guys not only bring that guy up, but pay their entry fee to come back in, to be able to support them, to be able to be there for that person. And it's just that fellowship and that brotherhood that they have that is such a wonderful thing.
Welcome home means to me a haven. It means I'm finally in a safe place. I'm finally secure. I can finally allow myself to be transformed by God, because until I feel that sense of relief, can I allow myself to be vulnerable enough to really even allow God to begin a work in me. Addiction really is just the symptom of the brokenness of the human experience without Jesus. And Christ-centered recovery is about beginning to heal that from the inside out with a relationship with God through Jesus Christ that begins to put the pieces of one's life together and begins to make addiction irrelevant. Every Tuesday I ask the question of all the house, kind of, what are the things we're celebrating? And it could be everything from, I got custody of my son, to I got my driver's license, to I got new teeth, to hear the cheers and the roars and the hand claps. Just having that kind of a community of love and support is profoundly transforming.
Since coming to His Way, life has been more fulfilling.
I found a path to soberness.
Family. A new life, man. A new life.
And safe harbor.
Men's lives being restored.
I feel like I'm living for something.
It means I get to spend the rest of my life with my family.
Hope. And love.
Managing life in a positive way.
Transforming.
Who I was meant to be.
There are God's people out here that are willing to help the ones that are in need, and I found it here His Way.
My name is Daryl Floyd, and I want to welcome you home here at His Way.
Welcome home.
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 Welcome home, guys.
Welcome home!